Hello, everyone. Once again, this is Dare to Speak. I've been watching a lot of videos lately, of course, on different subjects, but I've been meaning to talk about this for some time. I like dogs. I have nothing against them. All different breeds. Of course, there's certain ones that I'm a little like, nah, kind of hesitant about, and these type of dogs are pit bulls, and there's a lot of plus and minuses and things about concerning pit bulls. A lot of positive things I've been hearing about them, and a lot of negative things. I've seen a lot of them when I used to live in the ghetto. I had a neighbor that had two pit bulls, and I saw them when they were like puppies. They were not that small. They were like maybe 7, 8 weeks or something. I don't know. And then after some time, I saw them growing up, and of course, naturally, I was intimidated by them. Because of the way they look and their size, and they were dangerous. Only because of the fact that the owner of those dogs were he was a cool guy. The um, the guy that lived in the neighborhood that I lived in. But he was also kind of I don't know, kind of arrogant in a sense too, and he wanted guard dogs, in case of somebody tried to break into his house. He would teach them how to be aggressive and things like that, which is fine. And I knew his son, and we pretty much became friends. And growing up with seeing other people too in the neighborhood that had pit bulls, it was pretty much the same. I never saw any kind of real pit bull attacks or being a victim of it, and I never even really owned one myself. But from all the information that I got from people who said that they're not really dangerous, it has to do with the way they were brought up, the owners and stuff like that. And also I hear from negativity of people who say that they're just naturally crazy, that they should be banned, and the hell with these dogs. They're dangerous, they're unpredictable, and all this kind of stuff like that. So after hearing so many comments from both sides, I actually came to the conclusion, after so many years, I came to the conclusion that there was actually a lot of truth from both sides. That's and I think I'm correct on this one. It is true that the way they're brought up, as I talk, they're only a dog is only as good as the owner. If the owner abuses them or mistreats them or neglects them or teaches them to be like violence, and I know one guy that actually did that. Except he didn't have pit bulls. He had a Rottweiler, and he loved the idea of intimidating people with his dog. He was a real fucking asshole, and I knew him ever since elementary school. And he was a big intimidating Rottweiler. I was afraid to even go near it, even though he had him on a leash. But he actually admitted that he purposely did that to make the dog aggressive, to attack anybody, because he likes the feeling of people being intimidated by him, by his dog, even though they haven't done anything. And he was extremely ghetto, and he was also he was a thug himself. So, anyways, but at the same time, I found out that some dogs, especially with their DNA and their bloodline or whatever, they could just as they are naturally born to be very strong. Pit bulls can also be born to be very aggressive by nature. Something in their DNA, in their blood, caused by either whatever from the crossbreeding or whatever you want to call it, and things like that, and they're very unpredictable. And I don't think, to me, I don't think it's 50-50. I think it's like maybe 30% having to do with the DNA, possibly 35-40% maybe, I don't know. But a large part of it has to do with the owner and the way they were brought up. And just about every dog that I know, especially pit bulls and Rottweilers and things like that, all the ones that are aggressive, I noticed that they all have owners who did not fucking take responsibility of raising them right. That's what I noticed just about almost all the time. But other people argue saying that yeah, it's true, but also the way they're just naturally unpredictable. They like to intimidate. They like the feeling of being aggressive or whatever like that. So I just want to know your opinion, because I'm not gonna pick sides on this one. So because I'm not an expert, so I'm not gonna pick sides. Even though I said that there's truth on both sides, but that's just from suspicion, my own suspicion, and that's what I came down with. Of course, I'm open to the possibility that I could be wrong. I mean, I'm open to that. I mean, I'll own up to it. There's no big deal. But I want to know from all of you. I want to hear your opinion. Do you think that dogs like this should be banned? Do you think dogs like this should be just controlled to make sure that they go to owners that they know what the hell they're doing? And what is your opinion on that? What is your honest opinion about pit bulls? So drop a comment and questions, whatever. Just let me know what you think. And to all of you, take care.